Want to get the most out of your Osmo Action? Then here are 3 must-have accessories, because this is a fantastic camera and you can use it for so many different shots. But if you want to, capture its true potential, well, then you need the right gear. So the first accessory is this metal cage from SmallRig. Now, I know that action cameras traditionally are, fairly bulletproof. They're designed for action. But in fact, the metal cage, I don't think is the biggest selling point of this because, like I say, they are fairly sturdy. Now, of course, it does offer some really good protection. Additional protection, protects all the corners much more than a plastic cage. It's really easy. You can still access all of the sides. I'll do some close-ups of this. You can access the battery compartment nice and easily as well, so it's easy to swap around. But like I say, I don't necessarily think the metal cage is there for protection. For me, what I love about it is that I'm able to expand the capabilities by adding more features. So as well as, if you've got an Osmo, whether it's the 4 or 5, and this cage fits the 4 and the 5, then of course it does magnetically clip on the bottom, as it always does, on the bottom and of course on the side as well. So you can use these, but what I love about it is it's got these 1/4-inch threads. There's 3 of them. There's one on the top, one on the side and one on the bottom. And this can be used for a number of things. So one example I might use is adding a light to it. So this is a light and it's just got the screw bits. So literally just screw one in on the top and it means I can add a light to my camera. Yep, great way, just screws in. So I love that. Secondly, what I've done on a couple of occasions is actually forget those magnetic mounts. Now, I think these are brilliant. I think it's such a clever idea. But I often store my camera just like this on a shelf without one of these attached. And what I've done is I've gone out with my Pocket 3 to do some filming, and I've grabbed this as well. And then I've gone out and I don't have any of these with me. I have no way of attaching it almost to anything. So I can just put it on a normal tripod because I quite often have a tripod with me for the Osmo Pocket 3. And I can just swap it over and screw it on. So that's why I love this cage, because it allows me to add additional accessories, screw on, you can put lights, you can put mics, pretty much anything, or still use it with these. So I think adding a cage is a really good idea. Now, the second accessory I want to talk about is arms. Now, and clamps. SmallRig make one of these as well. This is actually the newer one. They're pretty much identical, and I've got a range of different ones. But I love these clamps because it enables me to put the camera pretty much wherever I want. I've actually attached it to trees. I've attached it to benches. And, tripods are great. Tripods are there, their stability, and they're great on flat ground. But it's an action cam. And the whole point of action is that it isn't being used in normal circumstances. You're not in a flat office in perfect conditions. You're out in the woods, or you've gone out on your mountain bike, or you're skiing, or whatever you're doing. And you just want to be able to attach this. So this clamp is absolutely perfect. So you can clamp it to a bench, take a seat, get a wet bum, but you get the point. It's really versatile. Another thing you can use the arms for is almost like a selfie stick. So when I'm out and about, I can just hold it and film like this, so it doubles up. So these arms are really sort of versatile for being able to, with a clamp onto something and get those amazing shots. But equally, if you're just vlogging straight to the camera and you're walking along, use it as a selfie stick. Now, you can buy all of these bits separately. So you can buy the clamps, you can buy the arms, and they come in, I think this is a 9.5-inch one. This one is a 5-inch or 5.5-inch. They all serve the same purpose. They are really good because you undo them and you can literally move them wherever you want. Yeah, position it exactly as you want, then tighten it up. One bit tightens up, obviously the central bit, but also these bits on the edge here. So I think having an arm is a great way of getting the camera in a position that you actually want to shoot from, because tripods are a bit of a pain, and when you're out and about, there's never level ground. And also, a tripod is quite clunky to carry about. I like to go lightweight. and I use this. Now, the third accessory is some sort of system to do POV shots. So you want your hands free, because if you're demoing thing or you're going for a walk or whatever, you want to be hands free. And there's a couple of options here. Now, this is the DJI neck. Basically, you literally take it off, put it around your neck, it clips in, hopefully. Yep, there we go. And it hangs on you like so, and you can put the camera on top, walk along, you got your hands free. And there's some example shots on the screen now. This is me walking along using this. It's actually quite comfortable. You'd think having the camera sort of hanging off your neck could, hurt your neck or whatever. I haven't worn it for a huge amount of time, certainly not sort of 8 hours or whatever, but I've been out for an hour, 2 hours, and it's no problem. It doesn't really affect your neck, or you don't really feel the weight of the camera on there. So it's really well built. Again, you can attach the quick releases, so it's easy to take the camera on and off. And this is often what I will do. I will use the clamp that you showed before to get a shot of me walking along, and then I'll clip it on here and carry on walking. And these are great for people who like to show that point of view, what they're actually doing. But if you don't want something around your neck, and I must admit at times I don't want something hanging around my neck at all times, then the other thing I've got is this. And this clips onto a rucksack, or I suppose even on your coat, you could put it on there, probably that way. And I'll put it on the strap of my rucksack, and this works really well. And this footage you're seeing now was actually shot using this. I used it both during traveling because I had a bag with me, but also while going on a long walk. And it works really well. It still gives a very good point of view angle. Okay, maybe not quite as central as the neck thing, but I mean, have a look. I don't know if you really notice. And it just saves having something around your neck. And then I quite often swing the rucksack off and put it on the ground, and then you can use that to prop your camera up. So they're both really good. Now, with this claw, it is actually really strong. Like I said, I'm not going to get my fingers caught in there, but it will hang on, and it is really good. So I think you need some sort of accessory to get those point of view shots. So they are my top 3 accessories. A cage so you can add extra bits on, and of course to give it a bit of added protection. Some sort of arm with a clamp so you can position it almost wherever you want. Those clamps will literally just tighten up, put them on trees, put them on benches, whatever it is. It means you can get your camera in the perfect position for your shot. And of course, something to do point of view shots. I think, if you're vlogging, you're doing day in a life, that's really important. And you don't just want to be holding it. People like to see your hands while you're doing something. So let me know, which one of those accessories do you think is best? What is going to be on your next to buy list? I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please do subscribe. I'd love it if you did. It helps support me and encourages me to make even more videos.